if you've ever turned on the load more pagination for Elementor posts, and then when you click load more, nothing happens, as in this case, I've got 2 tips which might make your day and save your sanity. Okay, so I'm looking inside of Elementor here. I'm using the loop grid widget. If I click on that, you can see on the left there's a pagination option. It's similar with the post widget. You can set it to load more. So I could say, let's look. Under my layout, I could say I only want to load so many items per page. In this case, I'm just saying 2 as a test. Normally I do more, like 12 or something. But let's say I just wanted to do 2. I happen to know I've got at least 4 test posts here, right? So then I go down to pagination. I have turned on the load on click option for pagination. So I'm hoping that it'll load more when people click on it and I save it. But as I showed in the opening, when you click load more, nothing happens. So 2 quick ways to try to fix this. The first is to go to your WordPress settings, go to settings reading, and make sure that the blog pages show at most is set to the same number as the items on the page. So mine was 2. I'm going to save this. So when I say items on the page, I'm referring to the layout items per page option. So I'm setting my number to match. Now, if we refresh this page and I click load more, there we go. That fixed it. Now, that's the first way to try to fix things, is to make sure under your reading settings that your number is a match. The second thing to look out for is if you have made a custom post type, as I've done on this site. So I've set up jobs, case studies, testimonials. I've done this with the advanced custom fields plugins. And this is a different tutorial, but if you've done that, if your slug for your posts matches the slug or the URL on the page you're putting the posts on, it won't work unless you use an archive. So what I mean is if this page here was called posts, but then each of these posts here, like if I clicked on this one, preparing for your search interview, if the URL was like mywebsitename.com/posts/preparing for your search interview, if posts is the base of this, and posts is also the slug of this page, it will not work if you're using a regular Elementor page. And in that case, you need to use an archive page. So when you make your custom post type, if you know you're going to run into that scenario, use an archive. So I'm actually building an archive template here to go get this content. And now if your page URL was different, like if your page URL was whatever, cars, and then the slug base for one of these items was posts, then you'd be fine to make a normal page, and this sort of load more feature will work. It will not work though when those slug bases are a match. So hopefully those 2 handy tricks will save you some stress and get your load more pagination working. If this was helpful, please consider subscribing and spreading the word about King Grizzly. Thanks.